going to show you how I make a really nice and easy and delicious old-fashioned cake donut. They are quite simple. So first thing we're going to start out with is we're going to put 1 cup of sugar in our bowl. And to that we are going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of ground nutmeg. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder. And I've got 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Now we're just going to put all that right in our bowl with our flour, or with our sugar. And we're just going to give that a quick whisk. I got a couple little chunks in there. There. Alright, so, ooh, man, does that nutmeg smell wonderful. Okay, so to that, I am going to add 1/4 cup of melted butter, 2 eggs, and 1 cup of buttermilk. And if you don't have buttermilk, just take your cup of milk and put about 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or vinegar in it and let it set a minute and you'll get buttermilk. A substitute for buttermilk anyway. Okay, so we're going to whisk this get this whipped up pretty good. These things are wonderful. You'll love them. They're easy to make. They take just a little bit of time, but they're easy to make. Okay. Now I'm going to get rid of this. Okay, so now we're going to start with, let me get now we're going to start with our flour. And I'm going to do about 3 cups of this flour because I'm going to keep just a little bit aside. Okay. This will ultimately wind up being a little bit of a sticky dough. So you may need to add a little more flour than, you know, what this recipe is going to call for. Just keep mixing it. Keep your flour handy because, like I said, you may need to add a little bit more. See how that's doing? It's starting to come, when you mix it, it's starting to come away from the sides nice. Okay, so put a little more in there. This makes a beautiful, beautiful dough. Okay, now I see that it still needs just a little more flour. So we'll probably wind up adding all that 4 cups. This is exactly 4 cups. And if you wind up having to add a little more after this, after the 4 cups, I would only add it about between 1/4 and 1/2 cup at a time. More so 1/4. Look at how nice that is mixing. Beautiful. See how it comes right away from the bowl there. Okay, now that's perfect. That's the consistency you're looking for. Beautiful recipe. Okay, now that we got that mixed up and it's looking good, we are going to cover this. We're going to stick this in the fridge for no less than 1 hour. And then after an hour, I'll be back and I'll show you how we cut them up and fry them up. Friends, I got my dough out of the refrigerator and it's ready to go. See how nice it is? Anyway, I'm going to put a little flour down on my counter, and you can be a little generous with this. And with this, I'm only going to use about half this dough at a time, just to make it easy to work with. Okay. So there we have it. There's half of it. Alright, you're going to want to get your hands all floured up too. Put that around there. And just make this into a nice ball. Okay? And pat it down. You are going to want to roll this out about a 1/2 inch. Now, see, I've got a little mark on my wooden spoon there for a 1/2 inch. So you're going to want to pat that down a little bit and just roll it out only to about a 1/2 inch. Oh my goodness, it smells wonderful. Okay, that's about all we're going to need right there. Doesn't take much because I'm only working with half of this dough, remember. So see, there's the 1/2 inch. Okay. Alright, so now I got my cutter. I got a 3-inch cutter here. And then a 1-inch, 1.5 inch or something like that. And that's that one for the donut hole. So you're going to want to roll that in a little bit of flour. And they might stick the first time. These are going to be wonderful. Okay, there's our first 4. Cut the donut hole part out. And if you don't have this, you know what? You can use a glass and you can use a pop bottle top to make the donut hole. Okay, so there we have that. I'm going to set that aside because I'm not going to discard that. Do your best to get that donut hole out of there. Okay, so that's what we have. That's how you do those. Now I'm going to go and get all these cut out and get them all ready to fry. And then I'll be back and show you that step. I should have twisted that a little bit. But there we have it. Those are nice. So I'm going to finish getting the rest of them, the other half of the dough cut, and I'll be back. Friends, I have got this all ready to go. So I'm going to put my... And I've got a tray with some, lined with some paper towel for when they're done. Now I always lift my basket up. I'm only going to put 2 in here at a time. Okay? Give it a little shake. And there it goes. I got my oil going at about 350. You'll see, now they're floating. And they're going to go about a total of 3 minutes, so probably about 1.5 minutes on each side. I gotta put it in over in this one. There we go. Yep. And let's see how they're starting to turn brown. They're getting beautiful. I don't know if you can see that real good in there. You should be able to see it quite a bit. They fry up gorgeous. Okay, now we're going to flip them over. And they're going to go on the other side. Those are going to be beautiful. See how beautiful golden brown they get? And then I'll let them drain just a little bit, some of the grease drain off, and then as soon as I'm done frying them, I'll dunk them in my glaze. Alright friends, these are nice and soft and gorgeous. I'm going to let them go just a little bit more. I like them a little bit browner. Look at that. How beautiful is that? Those are gorgeous. Okay, so with that, I'm just going to let those drip there a little bit. I'm going to finish frying them and then I'll be back. Okay, my last two donuts are going in. All I do is just lay them down in my basket. And roll them down in there. Give it a little shake. And they'll start floating in 2 seconds. Okay? Beautiful. I'll give you a close-up. Don't they look wonderful in there? Oh, and cake donuts are excellent. You can put glaze on these, or you can dip them in a little chocolate or vanilla with some sprinkles. You can decorate them any way you want. This is really a wonderful recipe. And other than being a little tedious, it's really easy to make. So, and Mr. Wayna, I had to sneak him one out there. He's waiting to get in here and dive into them. Give him a flip. And all I have to do is fry up my donut holes and it'll be all done. It only takes about 3 minutes. And they're real crispy and wonderful on the outside and just really, really moist, almost like cake on the inside. I love them. Well, obviously, cake donuts. There we go, friends. I'm sure this is done. Yep. I'm just going to leave them drain right there. That's the last two. And then I'm going to fry up my donut holes and I'll be back. Now with my donut holes, I just lay them on the basket here. Careful not to burn yourself. I only got a couple here left. Alright, I lower that down in there, give it a little bit of a shake, and they'll start floating in a second. There you go. See them? Beautiful. None of them are sticking together. That's all I've got left to fry, and then it'll be done. Sometimes these can be a little bit of a booger to turn over because they get just get in there and do your best to turn them. There. That one wants to turn back over. See it? Donut holes, they take the same, about 3 minutes total. So I'll finish them up and I'll be back. Okay friends, there you have it. My donuts are all done. It was fairly easy to make, just takes a little bit of time. But anyway, there you have it. Give it a try because they are wonderful. And like I said, you can dunk them in chocolate and decorate them with sprinkles, nuts, whatever, or you can just put them in a little powdered sugar icing and they'll be good. So there you have it. Thanks for watching.